and this is another episode of SMS News Channel. Okay, so I was watching something on YouTube, and it was about like this girl name. I guess her name is Jessie Woo, and it was okay. So I'm not gonna lie, I was watching MTV, so they were talking about like she was impersonating, I guess, Whitney Houston or something like that. And it was a joke that was basically like, oh, and then she said, oh, I'm dead. And then I don't know if it was, oh, I'm dead, or if it was just, I'm dead, or something like that. So, she got backlash so bad. Like, it was so bad to the point where people were, like, comparing the earthquake that hit Haiti to, like, as karma for her speaking poor on Whitney Houston. So let me just break some things down because I just think people just go a little too far. Here's the thing. One thing, you can't blame somebody telling a joke for a natural disaster. Natural disasters, some of those everybody knows are not natural. Excuse me, it's a little early. Um, People who don't like certain people sometimes, if they have enough money, I feel like they can. It's a speculation. I'm not sure if it happens or not. But it's been said that people have messed with, you know, natural elements to cause an earthquake or whatever they wanted to cause just because they wanted to cause it. But natural disasters doesn't mean that somebody needs to be yelled at just because they made a joke. Now here's the thing. Was it a poor joke? I mean, I don't know. I can't say because I didn't see the whole clip. But what I will say is that's the reason why you have to be careful when it comes down to producers, because you can, it's wilding out, yeah, that's true, but the thing about wilding out that makes it funny is that people do push the line. Yes, they do. But you got to also realize that with most of these shows, they're very gender biased. And when I mean that, it's a lot of men can say a lot of stuff, women can't say a lot of stuff. And because in society, women are viewed as they're supposed to be the proper ones, they're supposed to be the more educated ones, they're supposed to be, mindful of the things they say. That's the reason why she got the backlash. Not so much a comedy, but people are going to be like that on her because of the fact that that's just how they are. Does it make it right? No, but that's facts. People are going to hold you a certain way because of the fact that they're still stuck on men can do this, women can't do that, and that's just how it is. Now, I did a couple of videos about a couple of months back this year about the truth of what I perceived what happened to Whitney Houston. Now, I went a little, got really deep into it because of the fact that I was just angry because nobody really touched on it. Nobody really wanted to talk about it, you know what I mean? Everybody just kept brushing off as it was just Nick, but there was too many people around her for it just to be him. Yes, he was around her, allegedly. I can't say for a fact that this happened because I wasn't physically there. So that's why I said I feel like there's more to the story, so that's why I did those videos. However, when it comes down to joking about something like that, you're going to have everybody come at you regardless, because here's the problem. Anytime you talk about Whitney, anytime you talk about Aaliyah, anytime you talk about Michael Jackson, anytime you talk about anybody that's influential, you could even say something about Beyonce. The Beehive will tear you a new butt when I tell you. Anytime you talk about somebody influential, you gotta waver it somehow. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of blame the producers for that because they knew that she was going to say something. I don't think it was fair that she got canceled for it. But I feel like for this thing, anytime you talk about anybody influential, you're going to get chewed in. you're going to get chewed in, because they feel like, if anything, you're the reason why people do this stuff to themselves. Like, they put up narratives to justify why celebrities either, you know, take stuff to, you know, their life and stuff, like to end it or whatever. And they just feel like certain things are just sacred. But I'm gonna just say this: Whitney, yeah, she's been gone for a couple of years, but you know, I mean, I can't really say, because at the end of the day, it's her joke. Now, I'll say this: I think it's kind of screwed up that the producers allowed her to go through it, because my take on it, if you knew how sensitive that subject was, why would you let her say it? And why wouldn't you have a conversation with her if you knew it was going to end up like this? Because my thing about it is, you guys are trying to cancel her for something that you guys allegedly said it was okay for her to say. So I don't get how she can get all the backlash. But the thing about it is, you also have to understand this: if you're impersonating somebody, you got to be careful and pick and choose what you can say and can't say. So if you say stuff like "I'm dead," I mean, I really don't know how to clean this up for her. Like, I get it's called wilding out, but you gotta pick and choose what you can and cannot say. That's just common sense. Regardless, not about being a woman, not about, you know, being the show. You just have to make sure, like, yes. And then she said, well, people talk about their relatives and stuff like that. I said, and I would have said, I get it. They do talk about their relatives, but to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? Nobody out is just going to come out and just say I'm dead, you know? This is not to come at her crazy. This is not. But some things, I think some people just really don't understand that when you make certain judgments, these producers know what they're doing. They can ruin your life if they wanted to. We could even take it back to Carrie Hilton's situation, when she said the producer told her to do that with Beyonce, towards Beyonce. It's like, folks be acting like these people don't know that this is a game to them. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you dealing with anybody on a specific job that tells you to do something, it's kind of like if you're on a job and they ask you to work with somebody and then you're getting scolded for something like that. It's made to set you up. That's the reason why people say stuff. Do I think it's fair that Jessie is getting backlash for that particular joke? Yeah, I think it's kind of stupid, because a lot of people have said some stuff. But then you have to take it at this: a lot of people have said things, and a lot of people, especially her fans, have felt like they used Whitney's platform to step on her just to get higher. So when you have people like, and I'm not saying Jennifer, the one that's singing with her with Clive, is like that, but even with her, sometimes people were like, I don't know about Jennifer. But I'm just being honest about it. When it comes down to the dead, it's like, you just gotta be easy on what you say. You gotta be mindful of what you say. Wilding out is wilding out. I agree with her. Wilding out is what it is. But when it comes down to anybody influential, you're gonna have to understand you're gonna deal with the backlash. I don't care how many times you clear your name. You can't even talk about the president out of the way. You know what I'm saying? This country has always been that way. So knowing the history, I think she would learn a little bit not to say, silly stuff, but hey, if that's what she decided to do and she sticks beside it, that's on her. Can't say anything about it. On another episode of SMS News Channel.